Okay, it is 3:04 now, so I think Alina and I are going to get started. So, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to attend our training. I hope you get a lot of useful information out of this. So, let's begin the Joint Editor and Webmaster training. Today is October 17th, 2020. This presentation will be recorded and then will be posted on our YouTube most likely by the end of the day. So if you need to leave or if there's anyone out there who missed something, this will be recorded so you can go back to this. And I will send a link to it on a remind. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen a little bit later, but okay. So I'm going to introduce myself. So if you don't already know who I am, I'm Caitlin Tran. I am your district editor, and my email is editor@teokeeclub.com, and we are going to start with the editor awards. So Alina will now introduce herself.
Hey everyone, my name is Alina, and I'm the tech producer for this year, and my email is right here, techproducer@teokeeclub.com.
Okay, so this is the order that we're going to go in. So we're going to go to the top row first. So we're going to start with the Outstanding Club Editor Award, and then we're going to go to Tex-O-Key Reporting Award, and then the Club Newsletter Award. Then afterwards, it'll be Alina's turn, and she'll discuss the Distinguished Website Award and Distinguished Instagram Award for the Webmasters. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now so that I can flip through it better. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so editors. Everyone can see this, right? Okay. Outstanding Club Editor Award. So this is basically like the main award for the editor position. So let's talk about it. So, Outstanding Club Editor Award. This award is intended to recognize the district's most outstanding club editor in the district. They must depict responsibility, organization, dedication, thoroughness, and prestige. In order to apply, you must submit a JOT form application no more than 2 weeks prior to LEDCon, and I'm going to go over what this JOT form application looks like later. As of right now, this application is not on the website, or you can't access it. The board actually deleted it from last year, and so I will notify you when that opens up, but for right now, I'm just going to show you what's going to be on it, and if there are any changes, I will let y'all know. And this contest will be judged by me, the district editor. And so right now, let's take a look at the criteria and rubric. And so this basically is like just one PDF of all of the contests and awards guidelines for like every single award. So what you're gonna do, since it's like 57 pages, to Control F and do Outstanding Club Editor Award, and you just go to the next one, and section 10. And so we're going to go over what it looks like. First, let's go over like the rules. So the rules is only 1 entrant per club is allowed. So I know that some schools or some clubs have an editor team, but you are only allowed to enter in 1 person like per term. And the club president and or faculty or Kiwanis advisor must nominate the editor for this award. And so let's go over the criteria and points for this. So the criteria is outstanding newsletter, and that's 21 points. So basically you will submit your highest grading newsletter, like upload that into the JOT form, and I'll grade it based on like the regular newsletter rubric. There's correspondence, which is 15 points, meeting attendance, which is 20 points, club service hours, which is 15 points, and explanation, which is 10 points, references, which is 20 points. And if you scroll further down, this is a whole breakdown of how many points that you will get per category. So in the meetings, it's broken down in percentages. And so like if you attend like 90 to 100%, you obviously get the most points. For club service hours, to get the maximum points, you have to have 50 or more club service hours. Correspondence, this is a little bit tricky to explain, but basically you get 1 point awarded for each type of person or type of communication that you do, and you have to submit evidence like for each type of communication. And I'll just like go over it when I go over the job form, because I will be like going like it's hard to explain without looking at it. For a maximum of 15 points, and you're gonna have references, so you need like 2 references max, and that will get you the maximum points. 1 reference will only get you like the 10 points. Then you'll submit your newsletter, and then you'll do an explanation. So an explanation is your opportunity to kind of like put like your voice into it, like explain like maybe why you missed some meetings, or explain other things that you have done as an editor that goes above and beyond your required duties. Like maybe you attended these forums or these trainings, or you like discussed this with this person, and you know, maybe like you helped your webmaster like run the Instagram, or just something going above and beyond that you think makes you like worthy of this award. And so the outstanding award will be given to the highest scoring applicant, and all other applicants who receive a 90 or above will receive the distinguished. So there's distinguished, which is a 90 or above, and then there's outstanding, which is only 1 person, and that's the highest scoring. And so I will be judging it. So let's go back. So now let's take a look at the job form application. This works. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is what it's gonna look like. So the first page is just gonna be all that, you know, run-of-the-mill information, region, division, school name, like y'all know this. And then this is where you can upload your references. And so it can only be faculty or Kiwanis advisors. So that's where you can get your 2 recommendation letters or references. Okay, and then club newsletters. That's where you upload it. This is where you upload proof of your score, because when you upload this newsletter, it has to be a newsletter that you have submitted during your term. And then you put in how many newsletters you've turned in to me this year, how many you turned in on time, and then how many were late. And this is where you do the meetings and your service hours. So you'll put in how many meetings like in total your club had, and then how many did you attend. Same for board, same for Kiwanis. Or Kiwanis, you just put how many you attended. And then here's correspondence. So basically you're just gonna check off all the people you have communicated with. So here's a list for y'all, and then you upload a screenshot or any file of proof that you've been in communication with this person. So I think personally that this one is the one that's gonna take a little bit of work. So I just want y'all to keep this in mind early on in the year, so that you can work up to this if you're interested in this position. Also, I see a lot of chat, so I'm just gonna like, I was gonna wait till the end, but I feel like I should probably answer them now. Alina has answered all of them. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Alina, for answering them. Okay. And so these are the people that you're in communication with, and this is going to be added with this. And so the check marks here and the check marks here should add up to a maximum of 15 points, and that's how you get the total 15 for correspondence. And this is just methods of communication. So if you haven't like used these and you kind of want to get some points, then here are some examples. Obviously, you can also like put in other, if there's another platform that you've used as an editor. But yeah, so this whole purpose is just like to get y'all exposed so that you can prepare to submit it. And then here's your explanation. And so please explain any extenuating circumstances regarding, your duties, and the information listed here will be considered when tallying your final score. So obviously this is like, if you're falling short on something, but this is the time where you can explain yourself and hopefully like get those points back. And then please explain any situations or accomplishments where you've gone above and beyond regarding your duties. And then this will be counted toward your final score. And then you just click here saying that you agree that all the information that you put here is true. And then that's it. That's the whole application. It's not that much. When it comes time to applying for this stuff, like just do it. Like you never know. You might like rack up more points than you expect. So I just say, better to do it. Like I recommend doing this, so yeah. So now let's go on to the next award, which is the Tex-O-Key Reporting Award, which is, I think, the easiest award out of all three of these. So this award is intended to recognize the club with the most features throughout the year. No entry form is required, and a club must simply submit articles and photos to the district editor throughout the year. And the contest will be judged by the district editor, which is me, obviously. So yeah, the reason why I said this is the easiest was because obviously you don't have to submit anything to register for this award. All you have to do is submit your assignments throughout the year. And so I think this is just a way to recognize editors or the club editor who has like the highest quality of assignments, because obviously no one really sees your assignments besides me. So I think this is just a great way to award that club that has really been doing the most. So don't think that your assignments will be going to waste. Like you will get recognized for it. So if you're interested in applying for, or like trying for this award, then like really try to step up like your assignments. So let's look at the criteria and rubric. So I'm just going to go back to the website or the thing, Control F. I will show you later where to access this PDF. So Tex-O-Key Reporting Award. Okay. So scoring and judging is super easy. I'm only grading your articles and photos. So articles featured, this includes a HODO. So if you get featured a HODO or an article, those are both, they're 5 points each, and each photo featured is 1 point each. And so this is really easy for me to grade because I have this giant spreadsheet where I keep track of every single grade that you have, and I keep track of all the points that y'all accumulate from features. So anytime that I include an article or photo from y'all in a Tex-O-Key, I will record that in the spreadsheet. So I just have it, and at the end of the year, I'm just going to tally them up. And this award will be presented for first place only. So there's no like distinguished or second or third. There's just one winner. Okay. Okay. So this one's super easy. Like, yeah. Okay. And now finally, the club newsletter award. This one takes a little bit more work, but honestly, it's still a really easy award. Okay, so this award is intended to reward the club which presents the most informative and creative original newsletters to its members throughout the year. You must share a Google folder to my email, like Google Share, no more than 2 weeks prior to the start of LEDCon. The contest will be judged by me using the club newsletter rubric. So again, very simple. All you do is you upload a PDF of all of the newsletters you have submitted throughout the year to me in a Google folder, and you share it with me. Like, aside from registering for the competition, like, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so again, just Okay. So let's look at the entry requirements. So each newsletter submitted for this award must be a newsletter sent to me each month of the current Key Club administrative year. And on the Google folder containing all the newsletters, the title should be club editor name, comma, school name, comma, division. I don't really care personally if you put it in all caps, but just have it in this order. For school name, just don't abbreviate, put the full school name. That's all I really have for that. And you share it with me no more than 2 weeks prior. And you must register for this contest through the convention registration process. Rules, all newsletter entries must be actual club newsletters dated during the current Key Club administrative year. And the newsletters must be created by a Key Club member. And how will I score this? So this will be based on the average amount of points of each monthly newsletter during the editor's term. And in case of a tie, I will look at other editor submissions like into consideration. So for average, what I'm thinking of doing is maybe I will look at the first time that you submit, like the first month that you submit a newsletter for, and count those months. And then that's like your total points, and I'll divide it by the number of months since your first newsletter submission, because I know, especially with the pandemic, that a lot of editors were elected or appointed really late. So personally, like we used to do total points, but at this point, it's like it's not fair if you were just simply elected earlier. So we do average now. And I'll just use the rubric for judging. Yeah. Any questions? Do we have questions? Or did Alina answer all of them? Awesome. She did answer all of them. Alina's so great. Okay. So how to access the guidelines. So they're on the TIO website. So www.teokeyclub.com. And then you go to the resources tab, and then you go to district bylaws and codes, and then TIO district codes and contests and awards. I'll just do it right now. Let's do that. Okay, so let's go to www.teokeyclub.com. Okay, so you go to resources, district bylaws and codes. You scroll down, and there's the TIO district code of contests and awards. And ta-da! I want to try and ask our contest and awards committee if I can create a separate PDF for all the editor awards and put it in editor resources. So hopefully I can make that happen. But for right now, just go through here and then Control F the award name, and that's the fastest way. Yeah, to get to that. And that's it for my part of the training. So let's see. You are the best, Selena. I agree with you, Amy. Okay, so she's going to present now. Oh no, go back. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, so now I'm gonna start sharing. I said I was gonna, dude, my dog is like breathing really hard. I'm kind of scared. Okay, anyways, I think I'm gonna start off with the Distinguished Instagram Award, simply because that's something that, wait, I hope I'm not on mute. Yeah, okay. Simply because that can be something that editors and webmasters can work on. So I'm just gonna skip over there first. So the Distinguished Instagram Award is a new award that was introduced this year, and you can't actually find it on the contests and awards code of conduct that Caitlin just showed on her screen, because like I said, it was just made today, or not today, sorry, made recently. So it's not on there yet, but you can find it under Webmaster resources, and I'll try to show that at the end of the meeting. Okay. So the award is intended to recognize clubs with active, creative, informative, and functional club Instagram accounts. Uh, it's the deadline and the procedure in terms of like submitting your Instagram is the same as the website award. I don't know why website is here. I have to make that correction. You just have to email it to me, techproducer@teokeyclub.com by December 15th at 11:59 p.m. And I'll start monitoring all Instagram activity beginning October 1st. So whatever you've posted after October 1st, that's kind of what I'll be looking at in terms of grading. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the criteria and rubric. Can everyone see this? Okay, thank you, Caitlin. Okay, so I'm just gonna like look or explain some particular parts of this criteria. So right here it says email techproducer@teokeyclub.com, the club Instagram handle with the subject line School Key Club Instagram. I thought that this is like kind of an easy subject line to do, like where you can replace the school with your school name. But I've gotten a lot of submissions with School Key Club Instagram. So like, yeah, I cannot distinguish different Instagrams from schools unless you change the school to your school name. So I want like Garland Key Club Instagram rather than School Key Club Instagram, if that makes sense. So that's something that I just wanted to clarify. And then here are the rules. So this stuff is basically just like make sure you don't have inappropriate stuff on your Instagram. Yeah, and it has to be developed and maintained by a Key Club member. Yes, okay. So this is kind of the breakdown of the points. So page specific equals 20 points, and I'll get into that. Post content is 25 points, and story content is also 25 points. Creativity is 15 points, and formatting and style is 5 points. So something that I want to note about creativity and formatting and style is that creativity pertains more to like one particular post, while formatting and style pertains to like the theme of the Instagram that you have going on. Next is posting schedule. So consistency is key here. You want to make sure that you update your Instagram like each month and hopefully more than just like one post a month. And that's also 5 points. Use of the brand guides, 5 points. Reels content, which is a bonus, is also 5 points. So down here is all of the page specific criteria. So your Instagram handle has to include your club name. Your school name has to be in that name of your Instagram. You have to also write out in your bio that you are a TO club and also provide your region and division. If you don't know your region and division, you can ask me or Caitlin, and we can find it for you, or you can ask your lieutenant governor if you know who your lieutenant governor is. You must also add the school year in the bio. So as you know, we're in 2020 to 2021 school year. Link to the club website in your profile. And I've gotten a question about this one, if like a person can use card.co, I think, or like Linktree, and the answer to that is yes. Just make sure like it using like that Linktree or whatever other I guess platform like that, it includes your club website in there. Date, time, and location of your next general meeting. So for location, if it's on Zoom or if it's on Google Meets, then you can put that in there as well. So let's say today's would be October 17th, 2020 at 3 p.m. on Zoom. Like that's sufficient. A profile picture, including the school name and key club. So as you know, or if you're following the Tex-O-Key Club Instagram, we do have a new logo, and you guys can email me to get it customized to your specific school. So you don't really have to make a profile picture if you don't want to, or if you just want to use the logo that we have. And I can change it to include your school name and key club. And then the last 3 requirements is that you must be following the Tex-O-Key Club District Instagram, the Key Club International Instagram, and our sister Instagram, which is Kento Enos. And that includes 3 of the districts under 1 international trustee. So I'm just gonna kind of speed through these. So each month you have to post 3 Instagram posts, and this is more specific information about what should be like in those posts. A story highlight for each month. So in this case, it would be October 2020. You would have to create a story highlight for that. And you have to have at least 5 story posts in each of the highlights. You must also create officer graphics on your Instagram. So make sure that you are clarifying their name, contact information, graduation year, and positions. That can be on the post, like if you're creating a graphic, or in the description box. And then if you use Reels, which is a new feature on the Instagram, I will award you guys 5 more bonus points. And then there is also a brand guide criteria. I'm not sure if it's on here, but it is on the rubric. So I'm going to go back and look on the rubric, show that. Yeah, so the use of brand guide here says that you have to use at least 2 Key Club International brand guide colors and 1 brand guide font for the Instagram. So after people were kind of concerned about use of brand guide like colors and stuff like that, I decided to tone it down to only 2 Key Club International brand guide colors. And keep in mind here that the brand guide colors can be adjusted in terms of like transparency to make it more like aesthetically pleasing, because some of the colors on the international brand guide are really opaque and out there. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Distinguished Website Award. So here we go. Wait, before I do that, I'm just going to check the chat if anyone has chatted anything. Okay, never mind. So now I'm just going to jump into the Distinguished Website Award. So what is going on? Okay, there we go. It's intended to recognize clubs with creative, informative, and functional club websites. So the purpose is basically the same as Instagram's, just different type of like way of broadcasting information. Oh my gosh. Okay. The same thing applies in terms of like submitting it to me. So you just have to email it to me at techproducer@teokeyclub.com by December 15th at midnight. And similar to the Instagram, I'll start monitoring all website activity beginning in October. And new criteria has been added. So if your club already created a website last year and you think that you can just carry it over to this year, make sure that you check out the new criteria and update it accordingly, because if you just keep the same thing as last year, you probably won't get that many points. Okay, so let's look at the criteria. Let's see. Yes, okay, so like I said, for the subject line, make sure that you're replacing school with your school name. There are 15 criteria listed here that I'll go through quickly that you must have on your website. So if you do not have this on your website, it will be disqualified, and you won't be able to make up points if you don't have this, if that makes any sense. So you have to include your school name or your Key Club name. So I'm from Garland, so I would just say Garland Key Club or Garland High School Key Club. It doesn't matter which one, as long as your school name's in there. Region and division number, the Key Club International logo, the Texas Oklahoma Key Club District logo, and I'll tell you guys how to locate 3 and 4 in a bit or after this. An updated calendar with listed upcoming Key Club events. So I want to see like a calendar with events and not just one that doesn't have anything on there. So please include like when your meetings are, when your board meetings are, when volunteer events occur, stuff like that. I need to see that on the calendar. Sponsoring Kiwanis Club contact information. So if you do not know this, please reach out to your lieutenant governor and he or she can help you find this information because you need it on there. Link to the district website and the Key Club International website, and the links are here. A listing of officers complete with name, position, graduation year, and email address. Name and contact information for the Division Key Club Lieutenant Governor. And the same for the TO district staff members. So something that I've noticed, like looking at websites so far, is that they lack criteria 9 and 10, and even like 6 here. So make sure you have that on there or else points will be deducted. Listing of any club social media or online platforms. So for 11, something that I want to clarify is that I know that you can just put like a logo there and then like click it in order to open up the page in another tab or something like that, but I want you to like list it out explicitly on a page. So you can put this under like contact us and put like the Google Classroom code, Remind code, Instagram, email address, stuff like that. Like please just like write it out, don't just link it. Because sometimes like members might be having like accessing it on their phone. It's a lot more convenient to type in like an Instagram handle than to just use like click on the link and yeah. A photo gallery, and I think there's criteria on this, so I'll explain that in a little bit. An informational page listing the motto, mission statement, core values, pledge, and objectives of Key Club International, and this can be found on the Key Club International website under the About tab or the About page. Link to the monthly newsletter, and link to monthly meeting presentations and minutes. So there is a brand guide requirement here. You have to use at least three Key Club International brand guide colors, and it can be 3 Key Club International or 3 brand guide colors across different pages. So like if you want to make your about page completely red, that's fine, as long as there's 2 other colors present elsewhere. So it can be under like the meetings tab or something and the contact us tab. So just make sure you have at least 3 Key Club International brand guide colors total. And then 2 Key Club International fonts, and you can use the brand guide alternative fonts. And I'll also show you guys how to locate that. There must be at least 5 new photos published each month, and this is in the photo gallery. Yeah, and it must be updated at least monthly. And then this is kind of the breakdown. So content is equal to 60 points, and I'll explain content a little bit more when I explain grading, and that will come at the end because the way that I will grade Instagram and website is super similar. Creativity is 15 points, ease of use / formatting is 10 points, use of brand guides 10 points, and photos are 5 points. And yeah, that's also going to be graded by me. Okay, so I said that I will like demonstrate many ways to access things. So let me just go to the TOKeyclub.com website and I'll show you where you can access everything. So under resources, I've added a page for Webmaster resources. So all you need to do is click here, and there's different criteria and rubrics here that you guys can access. So if you just click on these, then it'll just take you wherever you want it to. So for Distinguished Website Award rubric, if you just click on it, then you'll be able to find it here. Okay. So down here is the Google Drive for the Key Club and Key Club International logos. So if you just click on here, then you'll be able to see this and you can just download it from here to be used on your Instagram or on your website. Okay. No. Okay, sorry. So now clarifying grading. So for content, or I guess I'll just start with grading. I don't grade each month like by submission, if that makes any sense. So like editors and secretaries are used to sending stuff in each month to be graded, but for me, what I do is that at the end, or okay, so let's say the deadline is December 15th. So at the end of the month, so let's say December 31st, I'll grade for October, November, and December. And I'll make sure that there are updates in each month because I can't just like look for October on a website that hasn't been turned into me through email. And yeah, and then each month after that, I'll check for the previous for the previous month to make sure that it's been updated. So that will comprise your 60 points for content on the website. So it's not like I'm looking at the website each month for 100 points and then like taking the average of that. It's just very methodical. And then the same thing for Instagram. There's more of like criteria that I can check off on. So like making sure there's 3 Instagram posts and like a story highlight with at least 5 story posts and stuff like that. So I just need to make sure that that's there and I check that off, and that will comprise those points. And there's an outstanding webmaster award in the works. And I'm actually hosting a training over that next Saturday at 4 p.m. This is the Zoom code and this is the password. We're still in the process of like identifying any kinks in the award because I've typed it up and stuff. I just need to confirm it and run it through the Contest and Awards Committee tomorrow at their meeting. But essentially, it's going to be like the other outstanding officer awards, very similar to the editor one, except newsletters replaced with website and Instagram. Okay, so this is the end of our presentation. You can contact Caitlin at these contact informations here and me here. And also we both have Facebooks, and I noticed that on the correspondence jot form section that Facebook can be a place where you can access or I guess contact us. So if you want to add us on there, maybe you can earn more correspondence points. So yeah, Caitlin, do you have any words?
I just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for staying for the entire time. One thing that I want to add is that I noticed on the Distinguished Instagram Award, there isn't like, it says it has to be run by a Key Club member, right? So if you're an editor and you want to include something in your explanation about going above and beyond your duties, then maybe you can work with another member or work with your webmaster on running the Instagram. And like you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can like add something to your job form application while also potentially earning your club the Distinguished Instagram Award. So things to keep in mind there. Like, so I just want y'all to start thinking ahead. Like if these awards are something that you like want to go for, then start planning now for it. Like start collecting. If you have like been in contact with certain people or use certain platforms, I suggest you collect the evidence now so you don't forget. Have a file where you just keep track of everything, like you check off like whatever you need. Make sure to go to all your meetings, make sure you get all the service hours that you need. Build a relationship with the people that you want to get the references from so that you have a better letter of recommendation. Okay, what did I say? To answer do the Tex-O-Key Club brand guide colors count as Key Club International colors? They do not. So TO brand guide and Key Club International brand guide are 2 separate brand guide color palettes. So Yeah, they're two different. So if you use TO brand guide colors, that will not count towards the required Key Club International colors. On the Outstanding Editor Award, do we get more points for communicating through different platforms? Yes. So when you look through the correspondence, there's two sections for checklists. So one checklist thing is for people that you communicate with. Okay, so that will count towards your 15. And then the second section of the checklist is the different platforms. So you have people and you have platforms. And then let's say you have 8 different people that you've talked to, and then you have used 7 platforms. That goes towards your 15. So it works like that. Okay, so any more questions? Is there another one?
Ryan, I have the answer to your question. Let me look up the question again. So basically you're asking, will there be a similar bonus to websites that have had more time put into making them, like websites made in more complicated mediums getting more points? Unfortunately, no. But I think that if you're able to make your website super creative, that can earn you creativity points. And I am a pretty harsh critic. So if you do put a lot of time and effort into making your website, then I will notice that for sure and award you with the creativity points that you deserve.
Also for me, when I'm grading for the club newsletter award, most likely I will be looking for creativity and effort to go into like considering who gets it. So yes, also try really hard in your newsletters, not only for the award, but just simply because like your members read them. You want it to be a good newsletter. So yeah, that's really all I have. So is there more questions or comments? Anything? Oh, thank you, Lillian. We appreciate y'all for coming. It's been a long day. Me and Alina this morning were like, we volunteered. We were scrubbing like the entire morning. It was gross.
Yes.
Good night,
And
Joe.
same thing with what Caitlin said. You want to put in effort, like not only in your newsletter, but if you're like a webmaster, try to put in as much effort as you can into your website and your Instagram, especially your Instagram. Because like I cannot stand when an Instagram looks like it's been done with like 10 high schoolers. Like you can see the difference between like a good crisp Instagram and like an Instagram where it's just like slopped together. So like I know the Canva templates are on there for a reason, but like try to use the same one and not use like different ones, if that makes sense. You want to make sure your posts are consistent.
I also want to add that like I feel like the reason for the award is not only to like recognize your hard work, but also like I feel like this also motivates you to do better, because honestly at the end of the day it's not about like doing all this stuff to get an award. It's doing all of this stuff so that your members have the best information and are like really engaged. Like this is really like to have a good Instagram, to have a good website. Like I do think that these awards just motivate you to have a quality communication platform, but at the end of the day it's really for your members. So don't just strictly follow the rubric. Like I think the rubric and the criteria is like a baseline, but really try to go above and beyond to provide your members with the information they need. Same with the newsletters. The newsletters, to be honest, it's not that much information that you need. It's actually really easy to get the full 21 points, but I think a quality newsletter, especially the ones that I pick for top 5 newsletters, like they go above and beyond. They include a lot more information that is than what is required on my rubric. So that's just a tip for y'all. So just go about it thinking that, you know, this is for your members rather than this is just for an award, you know. Do it with good intentions.
And also, one last, I think maybe this is like the final thing that I want to add is that Caitlin and I are able to give feedback to y'all. So, like for newsletters and editors, if you guys want feedback on your newsletter, Caitlin has a lot of good pointers on like creating newsletters, making it look nice. She has a lot of good tips. Like I was amazed when she showed me this one tip about like transparency and putting like the white thing in the background just to I was so amazed, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like enlightened. Okay. Yeah. And then for Instagram and website, you guys can email me or text me on Remind or literally contact me in any way asking for feedback and I'll give it to you. And I give pretty good feedback, I hope. And I try
She's
not to
just
be too
really
critical.
mean. So
I
like,
say like, okay, these are
brace
some things you
yourself.
did really good, and these are some things that you might want to work on a little bit. Um, these are some things that you're missing, and yeah, we're both here to help you guys out, so you guys can like achieve these awards because it's 100% possible. Um, and yeah, we're just here to like help guide you guys and push you guys up a little bit.
Yeah. Like, for feedback wise, like if you have a concern about your grade, like you want to ask like what am I missing in like graphic standards or content, like why did I miss this point and that point, like I will give you that for sure, but I also do actually give like creative advice and design tips. Like if you ask me, I am more than happy to help you. So yeah, so I give like all kinds of advice, so don't be afraid to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Like I don't care what kind of question it is. I'll answer any question really. Okay, so yes. So thank you. Honestly, y'all are taking like the first big step to winning these awards by coming to the training already. So thank you so much for that. I don't really have anything else to say. Do you, Lena?
I don't think so. But thank you guys all for staying on here so much as we answer questions. You guys are free to go if you want. If there are any other questions that you have, you guys can stay and ask in the chat or just unmute and ask us. And we'll stay on until like 4-ish.
Do you
Unless
want to
everyone leaves.
continue recording? Just stop recording.
Yeah, I'm continuing recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming. Amy asked pineapple or no pineapple on pizza. Okay, so I'm gonna give my opinion. I don't really care for it, but I'm not gonna say that it doesn't belong on pizza. Like I'm not those people that are super opinionated that like think that pineapple doesn't deserve to be on pizza. Like I'll eat it, but if I had the choice, it would not be my top choice, is what I would say. So yeah.
For me, I honestly don't mind it. So I guess I would say it's good to be on pizza, but maybe deserved is like too big of a word. I don't know. What do you think, Amy?
Yeah, what do y'all think? You can like chat or unmute. Or turn on your cameras because I literally don't know what any of y'all look like. It just makes me sad.
Pineapple belongs on pizza.
Honestly, my kind of like life philosophy is just respect everyone's opinions as long as the opinions respect others. So, I mean, pineapple on pizza is not really offending anyone. Hello, Amy. It's not hurting me as a person, so I don't like it's not hurting anyone. Yeah, people like it. I'm like, okay. It's hurting you, Alina? Does it offend you?
Wait, what? No, I don't feel offended. I think I might.
Oh, are you talking about Lillian's comment?
Oh no, I meant like look like a trash bag. Yes,
Yeah.
recycling bag.
It's called trash can, not trash can't, y'all. It's a little cheesy, but I stand by that. Okay. Have a great day, Ryan. Thank you for coming.
Bye. Thanks for coming. And good questions.
Yes, good questions. I honestly will answer any question. Like my letter to the editors, very random questions, but I answer all of them very thoroughly.
I want to do that. No one ever asked me questions. Or like it's
Okay,
like,
also, I really hope that people actually read my responses because I take really long to like I like do thorough answers. So I really hope that they do.
no,
I
like
guess
I get like I don't really get any responses from my webmasters, I guess. Or maybe there's not like that letter to the editor thing, you know?
yeah. You should just like do a webmaster bonding night where it's just like Q&A with Alina and you just like they can answer like
I don't think I'm that important to have like a Q&A.
that's not true. I would attend that Q&A even though I know like a lot about you already, but you know. I think a lot of people from my letter to the editors, they always talk about like design tips and I give them like 3-paragraph long responses. Like I'll look at their newsletter and be like, okay, this is what you need to work on. Yeah, I'm super thorough. So, okay, my club has 2 webmasters. If I don't, I get this point.
Oh, I forgot that I can just like answer this on here. Okay. Yeah, so the thing with that is that there are a lot of different types of webmasters. Like I've noticed at one school there's like a website webmaster, an event webmaster, and something else webmaster. And then like Amy, your situation, there's one that works specifically on the website, right? And one on the Instagram. And there's another club that has like that same problem. So I kind of want to broaden it a little bit and say like any type of webmaster can do that. And then I might change the criteria from like specifically Instagram or specifically website to like whatever you did. So like whether that be website or Instagram or like a mix of both. But I still have to work that out because that's kind of like up in the air. It is a tough thing to make a contest for because like there's different, yeah.
Yeah. To answer Lillian's question, that sounds really fun. My only problem is that usually, like for the editor bonding night, there was more than 10 people. And so I just don't want to do a game where it restricts the amount of people that can play. I'll probably do it. I heard y'all had a really good time. So yeah.
There was like 2 people, dude. There's like 2 people, and I asked Vivian to join. I was that desperate.
Yeah, but like if it goes down to like less than 10 people on the editor or joint webmaster editor bonding night, then yeah. I think that I did not plan my bonding night very well. It was like pretty last minute, so hopefully I'll plan this one better.
Mine, or I knew I wanted stuff to do, but there just wasn't enough people
Yeah.
to do it with. So
It's hard to have a bonding night with like 2 people, other people, and then it's like online. That's
true.
hard.
True.
For me, I just had them like I wanted it to be like a fun, like I started with a Q&A. They asked me like any questions, right? And I thought they would ask like personal, like fun questions. And it was mostly like district editor or like not district editor, but editor position questions. And I was like, that's okay, but I just want you to like ask me fun questions. Yeah, would you rathers? Yeah, I just didn't plan it at all. Like I didn't have a set of questions to ask. I just did whatever I wanted. So I need to be more I guess prepared. I should start looking at dates for the editor bonding night. Alina.
Vivian's holding hers like every other month, so I might do the same thing. So I might,
That's what I'm doing.
yeah, I think I might host one in like November or something.
That's the thing. Okay, fall staff is the same week as the same weekend as the 15th. And the 15th is when some of my apps are due. I'm just like,
ma'am.
this hurts. It hurts me.
Ah. Yeah, I'm excited for fall staff though. It will be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, would you rather seems like a very easy thing to do. Like, because I don't have to do a lot of work. I hope people, I know some people can get super opinionated, like the debate kids, whenever we play stuff like that or like do any kind of like controversial topic. Okay, Lillian, but guess what? It's just something that we gotta face. Like, if you think about it, we're gonna start college in less than a year. I think it's like 9 months now. We're gonna start college.
Yes.
9 months.
Crazy.
That's wild.
Okay, I'm gonna just stop
Yeah.
recording now. People on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, that's so ugly. It's just us rambling.
If you're on YouTube, please comment something funny.
Like it, don't forget to hit that like button.
And
Subscribe to my
subscribe.
channel.
Woo! Channel trailer coming soon.